I am Tiffany Clark, and I am so excited to be here to talk to you about something that I am extremely passionate about, chiropractic. See, chiropractors are unlike any other doctors in practice today because they can offer you the edge. And by the end of this talk, you're not just going to be able to understand, you will be craving the edge like I have. See, chiropractors look at your body two ways, in terms of function, how we work, and structure, how we're put together. Our body works based on communication, good communication. And I don't just say that because I'm a married woman and I think everything has to do with good communication. Really, the body gets information from the brain through messages, and those messages could be digest the food, time to increase your heart rate, or breathe, take a breath, move a muscle. The body accomplishes that, and then it sends a message back to the brain saying, all right, good, we're done, we can move forward. So let's say, for instance, somehow those messages get mixed up and you have a bad message that gets sent to your body. And that can be similar to when we're driving in our car and we're having a phone conversation and we go through a dead zone and we have static. The communication gets offset and whatever task we're supposed to be doing doesn't get done properly because the message wasn't received the right way. So we have a bad message that gets sent out, and so we don't have the right function that happens, and the message that goes back into the brain isn't received the right way. So these messages, they really are real, and they exist within the body in something called nerves. And there's no picture nerves here. So the nerves are located inside the spine. So these are all the vertebrae that make up the spine. And that's when a chiropractor will look at your body in terms of structure. Because they want to make sure that all of those backbones, if you will, are lined up just so. Because they know if any of them are offset, that the nerves that lie around them aren't lying properly. And so the message inside them is at risk of having some sort of static. Right here, you can see the messages are flowing out of the nerves just great, except for this spot with the circle around it. Whatever message is in there isn't happening in the body the right way or at the right time. So this whole structure component with the bones and the function component, the effect it has on the body is what chiropractors call a subluxation. Subluxations don't allow you to express yourself and your health at its absolute 100% best. They get in the way. So what can cause a subluxation? There's three things, and there are three T's. Traumas, and that can be anything from tripping over your shoelace, a car accident, falling out of a tree. Toxins, and that's our great and wonderful inflammatory American diet. We have drugs, it could be stimulants, depressants, any chemical altering medication, and thoughts, stress, anxiety, fear. So we live in a world with these three T's, and yet we're still able to function. So is it really necessary to be getting rid of subluxation? I mean, how does that all relate to us? Well, you may not know the moment that you become subluxated, or the moment that that phone goes out of place, or the moment that you start getting bad messages sent to your body. Over time, you have buildup of those bad messages. And with the buildup of bad messages, you get what are referred to as symptoms. Symptoms happen in your body, and we think of them as sleeplessness, pain, upset stomachs. When you get a symptom, you have two options. You can mask the symptom or attack the cause. Chiropractic prefers to attack the cause. And why, you may ask? Because really, a patient just wants to get rid of pain. We just want to be able to be back on our feet, functioning the way we want to. If your house is on fire, the fire alarm would go off, and you have two choices. You can rip the battery out of the fire alarm, or you can put out the fire. So either way, the fire alarm's going to, stop sounding, and you'll get rid of the annoying sound. But which house would you rather live in afterwards? Which body would you rather have? I'd rather have the body where I attack the cause. And because by attacking the cause, we're getting rid of symptoms. Not just that, but think of it in your own life. How would you like a life with not just, fewer aches and pains, but more energy, less sick days, more restful sleep? Will that all give you an edge at work, in school, on your sports team, in your family, in your marriage? Would it give you an edge?
Yes.
It makes sense that it would, because you're already supposed to be there. You're already supposed to be functioning at 100%. Your body wants to, but because we live in a world with our 3 T's, what are they? Traumas, toxins, and thoughts. We have subluxation, and so we have miscommunication from the body to the brain to the body, and so we aren't expressing our absolute best, our absolute 100%. And you might be asking me, like, what's the 100%? Why is that so significant? And I want to tell you a story as to why it is. This little girl, her name is Vanessa. She's 10 years old in this picture, and she was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma shortly after this was taken. And they caught it kind of late, and so her parents knew that she had to have a really intense chemotherapy regimen. About 4 months into the treatment stopped working, so doctors knew they had to be more aggressive. When it came time for them to decide radiation, they knew radiation was going to be really brutal. And they were preparing their family to say, you know, Vanessa might not have the coordination after this, she might have difficulty walking, and we are hoping that she will walk. Vanessa's mother took her to a chiropractor. The chiropractor adjusted the spine. By adjusting the spine, he put the bone back into place, back into the right spot where it was supposed to be, so that the nerves could talk to the body the way that they were supposed to. Vanessa was able to heal the way her body wanted to. She was able to not have the intense radiation that the doctors predicted. She was able to have less time under radiation. She had fewer symptoms from the chemotherapy, and she actually had no difficulty walking, no difficulty with her coordination. And in fact, she is a senior in high school right now. She's about to graduate, and she's going to be rowing crew as a freshman in college next year. And this story is so important to me because it's the whole reason I fell in love with chiropractic, because Vanessa is my little sister. See, her body didn't want the cancer. Her body wanted to heal. It wanted to work with the treatment it was getting, but it couldn't. It didn't have the right brain to body, body to brain communication. With the chiropractic adjustment, her body was able to do what it was supposed to do from the start. Now, I'm not saying that chiropractic heals anything, because it doesn't. Chiropractic never promises to make a new you. Chiropractic brings out the true you. All the healing you get from chiropractic, all of it, it's because of you. All the benefits, you get to take all the credit because it's where you're supposed to be already. George Eliot once said, "It's never too late to be who you might have been." I think that has everything to do with what we're saying today in chiropractic. So before I end today, I just have one quick question. Are you ready? Are you ready to be your best? Are you ready to be your best?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you ready to be the truest form of you?
Yes.
Are you ready to have the edge?
Yes.
Then you are all ready to have chiropractic in your life. Thank you.